Right, welcome to my review of probably my favourite guitar that I have in the house. This is the Gretsch Alligator. Now, this is the one that I've modified. I might have already put the review up of the pickup. The pickup is not stock. This is something I've added along with the controls. But this is a review of the acoustic part of this, right? The bit you get in the shop. This modification I call the Gretchen style, right? So, and this is my main guitar I use for all my slide work, right? Now let's explain, first of all, why I went for that and why I didn't go for the Dobro Boxcar and all these other, ones out there with probably arguably bigger names that are a bit cheaper. Now, this cost about 600 quid. In fact, I'll look quickly on the site I got it off. It's, about 635 going for at the moment. Now, excuse me, it's not COVID, honestly, it's just I smoke too much. It's a very well-made guitar. Now, let me give you a bit of background, first of all. For the last year and a bit, I play alongside a guy that should be far better known than he is, called Gypsy Dave Smith. Now, he's a slide player who's in his 60s. He's played with the likes of John Lee Hooker. He's played with Taj Mahal. In fact, it's easy to see who he hasn't played with. And he's probably one of the best traditional blues slide players that you'll ever hear. There's stuff of him on YouTube. He doesn't have a channel. But if you look for Gypsy Dave Smith, you'll see some fantastic slide work. Really well. Guys, all next generation stuff. And I used to sit and I'd be playing the mandolin and he'd play the resonator. But it would be remiss of anybody to sitting at the right hand of a really good slide player not to try and learn a few things. So I did. My slide playing was always weak until I started applying some of the things that Dave showed me, stuff that you don't see in books. So yeah, that's where a lot of the slide playing comes from. I've sort of taken my style, bits of his style, stuff, and I've made my own thing out of it, so I don't sound like him. Now, I asked him when I was going to get a resonator, I'm like, if you're going to buy something, go to the best guy you know with the information. That's what my dad always taught me, and that's what I did. I went and phoned Dave up, and because we're still at lockdown at the time. And I said, well, which one? And I gave him a list of 4 that I've been looking at. And he said, go for that one. I played that one. It sounds really good. Now, it's got a mahogany neck, mahogany body, and a medium V profile on the neck, which is really nice. It feels really nice. Now, it's very solidly made. Now, it's got a catalog fretboard, some strange bloody wood, right? It's 20 frets, although it's a 12 fret joint in the body. If I was being picky, I would like a 14 fret joint version, just so if I was, I've got a capo on 2nd fret and I'm playing, that's an open D at the moment. That would then move it up to E, right? And you can also get a lot of the stuff now in the 15th fret, nice slide stuff. That makes it a bit harder with that sort of joint. Now it's a biscuit bridge, and it's got the Gretsch Sonic Spider resonator cone. Now my original idea was to replace the cone with a national cone or a custom cone, which I might still do some further down the line. But at the moment, I'm going to let that bed in for a year and see how it plays, how it sounds after a year. I might still replace it, but it sounds pretty good. Does it sound the same as Dave's 1936 National? No, it doesn't, because Dave's 1936 National is a one of a kind. And everybody who's ever heard it said the same thing, that it sounds like a whole different level. It's one of those, it's like trying to find unicorn crap, right? Trying to find a guitar like he's got. So it doesn't sound like that. Does it sound better than 99% of the ones of that price and below, and quite a few above it? Yes, it does. Now, as I say, I've got a set of 12s on that, which is enough because you need a bit of string tension. The action, what's it like? Well, I'll try and show you sideways. It's I don't know if you can see that. It's not particularly high, it's not particularly low. I'll still play fingerstyle stuff, on it. Easy enough. It's you wouldn't want to be playing heavy metal on it, put it that way. It's high enough action for slide, but not so high that you can't play normally. Simple as that. So it's got a nice tone. At the moment, the only sound you're hearing off this is from the Zoom H 4N, which I use for my audio on the videos. And there's no external mics, that's using internal 2 condensers. Now, the one thing, that I would say about this is it's built like a rock. A lot of people have problems when, you say, oh, well, I want a solid mahogany sort of like body on my resonator. Look, sometimes the best resonators are effectively glorified plywood. They really are. The majority of your sound is coming from the resonator cone itself. Now, it needs something heavy and well built to help that vibrate properly, and it needs to be stable. Okay, now that's got a good sound chamber there. Good way to test any instrument, by the way, little side note. Every guitar or instrument resonates at a different frequency. Now, if you're really lucky, it'll resonate like that one does, right? And it resonates at sort of D, right? So I can play in D, and if I was playing an open G, that's the 5th of D, so it sings better. But, the Hound Dogs I wouldn't touch. They sound terrible. They're basically going on the Dobro name, but they are a whole different to the Gretsch Alligator. Gretsch is a vastly undervalued brand, in my opinion. Looking at other styles of music, like Malcolm Young, arguably the main part of the sound of AC/DC, he was playing a Gretsch, you know what I mean? Look around a bit and you'll see quite a lot of people have played Gretches, Gretches, whatever. A Gretsch, right? They are very well made, and they are very well worth the money. So if you're looking for a resonator, I would say one of those. As I've mentioned, if I haven't already put up the review of the National Slimline pickup and the modifications I've done, then that will be coming next. I don't know which video to put up right now, okay? I'm trying to get a load of videos done at the same time when I'm filming this, just to sort of, with it being a new channel, I need a bit of padding just in case something crazy happens with lockdown or something, Right, so I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.